in the bull python breeding game, this is what a year-long effort leads up to. But these eggs just ain't going to decide for this clutch. It's going to decide our future, what incubation methods we're going to use. Are we going to use perlite or are we going to use water? We start that test today. Oh yeah, Mom looks like she did a good job. Yes, she does. Finally here. The day is finally here. These eggs finally dropped. Naga laid. It's been like 42 days since her pre-lay shed. Naga is, what is Naga exactly? Calico Enchi Lesser Pastel, and I bred her to orange. Let's get a quick look at orange. Orange is OD Enchi Spot Nose Het DG. He's also in shed right now. Ultimately, these are future pairings to get some snakes made with that, you know, super Enchi, that calico in there, all looking an orange dream to make stuff in the Scrambler project ultimately. But without any further ado, this girl laid eggs. Let's see how many eggs she laid. Drop it in the comments right now. How many eggs do you think this girl laid? I'm going to say, earlier, I ain't going to lie, when I checked on her this morning, she laid 4. I seen at least 4. Throw a clip of that in right here. How many of you think's in there now? When I just seen it, looked in there, checked on her before I pulled her up here, I couldn't really tell. She had them wrapped up really good. I'm going to say 7. She laid 5 or 6 last year. Something like that, 5 or 6 last year, because this is second year mom, first time dad. But let's see what we got going on right now. She may be a little pissed off. She's going to want to protect her eggs. She's definitely defensive. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. See, 6, 7? Yeah. No, I did not. No, I did not just do the 6, 7 thing either, but I think there's 7 in there. What do y'all think? How many eggs in there? 7? I think we got 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. She got a nice little pile. I'm pretty sure mom's done there. We got a tub we can put her in over there. Let me open that tub up. I'm going to throw her in there just to get her off of here, and then we're going to get her all cleaned up. Give her a bath and all that good stuff. Get the smell of these eggs off her. So we can get her back to eating. I know, Mom, I know. But I need them. I need to take them. I'm trying to save your babies. I promise. I'm going to save them. We're going to do good with them. It's okay, girl. I think last year she might have got me. Don't want to roll none of the eggs. Oh yeah, she's definitely empty. You can see she looks like an empty toothpaste tube there. She is definitely empty. Let me get this camera down. Give her a little check. Make sure she's empty. But you see how she looks like a squeezed toothpaste tube? Everything's empty in there. Yeah, good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, everything's out of her. That's what's up. We want to get her all cleaned up. We're going to give her a bath and some Dawn soap. Make sure we get all this egg smell off her, because otherwise she will not eat. Because normally in the wild they would sit on the eggs the whole 60 days. And they wouldn't eat the whole time. They wouldn't move at all. So if we get her off the eggs, we get her away from the eggs, we rinse her off, get the egg smell off of her, get it out of her mind, we can get her back on food and start getting her going and get her back healthy again. Because look how skinny she is. This girl was like almost 2,000 grams, something like that. She's definitely not no 2,000 grams right now. Let's get her put away and get to these eggs. Alright, now let's get to these eggs. Like I said earlier, man, and if you watch my other videos, this year we're doing a little test. We're going to see which method is better. I've heard so many people say each method is the way to go. Some people say you gotta go with water. Some people say you gotta go with perlite. Some people say you gotta go with vermiculite. Talking to somebody on Facebook the other day, and they brought up Orbeez, and they all make sense. I may even do a video in the future testing out the Orbeez compared to which the winner of this is. Next year I'll do a video testing to see which one's better between this winner and Orbeez. But this year it's going to be either the water method, water with an egg crate over top of it, or the perlite method. Perlite, and I put an egg crate over top of it. You don't need the egg crate per se, but I like to use the egg crate. That was just a thermostat to test, make sure everything's right temperature wise in there. Oh, I almost forgot. Hold up. I need the press seal. Back, I got the press seal. You definitely need this, even though it got a lid on there. We want to keep the press seal on there. It'll keep the humidity locked in there because you want your humidity super, super high. And today, I think we are going to go with the perlite method just because it's the one I'm used to. It's the one I've done before, and it's the first clutch of the year. And I do not want to mess it up. So first and foremost, we will put the water to the side, and we will get our box ready. Now we do got 2, 4, 6, 7 eggs. We will be candling these eggs in a couple minutes. I'm hoping these eggs are going to fit in this box. This box is not the biggest, but we're going to see what we can do. We may have to split it up into 2 boxes. If that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. You can keep the eggs together, peel them apart, depending on how they are. They stay together. They are like kind of sticky. With ball python eggs, you don't want to flip them. Oh, they fit perfect, actually. You don't want to flip them. Candle your eggs. Make sure you got the embryo all up at the top. These eggs all look beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful eggs. That one's touching the side a little bit. I don't really want that. So, let's see if we can reposition just a little. Oh, they are stuck together there. Let me put this back up here. So you see how they're a little, like, sticky there. If you're very gentle, you can peel them apart without any problems. So, I'm going to peel these a little bit just to try to rearrange them, because I don't want any touching the sides if I don't need them, if it can be helped. I don't mind if they touch each other. I just really don't want them touching the sides. I don't even mind this one being on top, as long as it's not touching the sides. But it will be touching the top of this, so that is actually a problem. See, I just spun that one. Alright, well, like I said, I will be candling them. So, let's see if we get this on camera. Very slowly want to pull it apart. Do not want to rip the egg. I am super nervous right now. But they're super sticky right now because they've just been laid overnight. Got it. Alright. Now I am going to get a marker too and mark which side is up on all of these. Once I get these candled and I get the embryo to the top, we are going to mark which side is up. I'm going to go hit these lights and I will be right back in a splash. We are going to candle these eggs. Hopefully it can get picked up on camera. I had to move my position. Alright, let's see if it'll work like this. Alright, I got it. Definitely seeing veins, which is a plus. That's what you want. You want to see veins. Looking for the embryo. There it goes. I don't know if you can see that, but the light from the camera messes it up. But right here is where the embryo is. We mark which side is up. Alright, now these are connected, so I'm going to take both of them at the same time. And we know that that side was up on these, so really we're just looking for veins pretty much. When you give it a shake, you can see the embryo. It's hard to see with the light from the camera. Now to be honest, we know all these are the right side up. So I'm just checking for veins. This one is the one that has moved. So we're definitely going to check this one. Can you see that on camera right there when I shake that? Yeah, a little bit. You see that orange spot? That's the embryo. Lights back on. We got our clutch ready to go. Everything's with its side marked up. This last one did roll. The embryo was on the bottom. It was just too dark to show y'all. If y'all see, I added some pieces of crazy straw to make sure that they don't roll on me. Alright, so we're going to take our press and seal, and this is just common sense. Take a piece that's big enough to cover your tub, and you cover your tub. And this is going to keep all your humidity trapped inside. You take your press and seal, you lay it over top, and you press it down. I mean, it can't get no simpler. You get it on there, you press it down, you put your lid on. Boom, bam, bang. Got that on there. Put our lid on there. Should have left a little more room. Got it in there. We're going to clip it closed. Bang. All sealed up, ready to go. Should keep all of our humidity trapped in there. Now what we're going to do is write our clutch on. We're going to write it directly on there. We got Naga to Orange Cassidy to 7 eggs. And today's date is 5/12/26. So that means she is expected to hatch. Alright, so she's due to hatch on 7/11. Bang. That simple. Now we're going to put her in an incubator. Real simple. We got our clutch. We're going to go stick it in an incubator. If you follow along, you know, last year I built that incubator. This year I built this incubator. I'm going to link this one here. And then I'll link this one here, the videos to them, so you can go watch them yourself. Alright, we got 2 other clutch boxes ready to go in here. When these other girls lay, I want them nice and warm, so the temperatures don't have to adjust at all. We'll put our first clutch into the incubator. First clutch of 2026, bang, is in. Let's go. Now we will keep it, eventually we will check in on it every once in a while. Poke our head in there and make sure ain't no eggs going bad or nothing. Down the line, halfway through, we may take them out and check on them, but towards the end, you start opening it up a little bit, giving it some air, let it breathe. But for the most part, the best thing you can do is leave it alone. That's the best thing you can do in this situation. It's one of the hardest things to do, is to just leave the clutches alone and not bother them. But there's nothing you can do. They're going to do what they do. It's nature now. Nature's going to take its course. All you can do is hope for the best. You make sure your parameters are right and things should work out. So now the job is to get our girl right here, Naga, all cleaned up. Poor girl's going nuts wondering where her eggs went. But we're going to get her upstairs, put her in a literal bathtub, get some Dawn soap on her, clean her off, and then we're going to put her in a nice, fresh, clean tub And hopefully she'll get that smell off her, and we'll try and get her some food here in a day or two. Ultimately, we'll come back and get her in the tub, get her set up. This is a very important part because you want your girls to go back onto food. You want them to start eating again. You want them to put their weight on. You want them to get healthy, especially if you plan on breeding them again, because breeding season turn around real quick. Because I was watching Spheric Reptiles yesterday, I believe, and the way he spaced it out is like ultimately altogether 8 months between pairing and everything. It ends up being an 8-month parent breeding cycle, and with everything, with breeding, with locking up, with ovulation, with laying, and they go all food. 2 months before they lay the eggs. So if they wait another 2 months to get back on food, there's no way you're going to get their weight up to pair them again next year. And if their weight's not back up, you shouldn't pair them again next year. So even if you're not going to pair them again next year, you want them to get back on food. You want your girls to get healthy again. At least I know I do. So without any further ado, let me get her in the bed. I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, so now we're up in my bathroom. We got our girl Naga, who just laid her eggs up here. We're going to give her a nice little bath. First, I clean my tub out before her head fitting. Make sure it's all clean, ain't nothing in there. No. Give her a nice little bath, give her a soak. Let her rehydrate some. You don't want it to be too hot. I let her rehydrate. And then I'll give her a rinse down with Dawn soap. Dawn is animal safe, as you see. So I just like to get a nice soak, get that egg smell off of her is the main goal. But you see how she's drinking? She dipped right under the water and she's drinking. Not doing that because she's scared. You see she just wrapped around my neck with no problem. She's used to being in this bathtub. She's one of my first snakes. She's been in this bathtub plenty of times. But she needs to rehydrate. So I'm going to let her chill out here, soak up some water, and I'll give her a rinse down with Dawn. Alright, now we're going to give this girl a nice little wash down with the Dawn soap here. What you got to do is get a little soap on your hands and rub it on her. Rub it through her body, on her body. I don't really put it on her head, but just rub it on her. Let her body get all soaked up, get that smell off her. Not too much, you know. You just want to get rid of the smell. Now she's ready to go in her new tub, fresh tub, not the same tub. Everything in here is sterilized. We don't want none of the old smells in here. I really wish my new sea serpent rack is coming this weekend. My third new sea serpents rack. I've really been going in on them lately. And if you ain't seen the other videos, I just dropped one last week. Opened one up. I'll put it up here. I'll link it. But I got one coming for adults, and I am going to be moving her in that out this weekend. I would have liked to put her right into that, but it is what it is. She dropped today. Very happy she dropped. Do me a favor. Y'all like this video. Help me out. Smash that like button. Drop a comment. Let me know which method you use. Perlite, water. Let me know what method you prefer. Perlite, water. Let me hear any tips you got. I am only in my second season breeding. I am trying to figure a lot of this stuff out. And let me know what you think can come out of this clutch. Like I said, she is Calico Lesser Enchi Pastel, bred to an Orange Dream, Spot Nose Enchi Het DG. What do you think we're going to get out of that? We got 7 chances. I'm sure we're going to get some banger snakes. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Make sure you see when these snakes come. And the conclusion of this video series, figuring out which incubation method we think is the best here in the Serpent Center at the Lost Serpents. This weekend, going to my first ever Reptile Expo. So there will be a video coming out on that shortly. Stay tuned. Catch y'all next time. Deuces.